How do you get invited to the most populous state in Australia? We're going to talk about the New South Wales Subclass 190 nomination visa program, where you'd be invited by the New South Wales state for permanent residency if you are a skilled person in one of the eligible occupation. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most sought after pathways to live and work in New South Wales. If you're looking for a way to secure the permanent resident visa and make Australia your home, stick around because we've got exactly what you need in terms of the key details to be eligible and how to increase your chances of getting this visa. First thing first, New South Wales nomination is not a direct application process. There's multiple steps. You can't just apply to get the visa straight away. You need to be invited by the New South Wales state government. Sounds a bit tricky, right? Well, don't worry, we'll break down everything step by step so you can be prepared. Step 1, check your eligibility. This is super important. Before you even think about submitting your expression of interest, make sure you meet the basic visa and nomination requirements. That includes checking the Department of Home Affairs to make sure you have all the relevant checklists ticked off, and there's the eligibility section on the department's website where you can kind of make your own assessment. If you need any further details or technicalities that might be involved in your case, make sure you do approach a professional, either a registered migration agent or a lawyer who are qualified to give you that advice. Right, then the next thing is you must make sure that you have a skill assessment in the relevant occupation that you wish to be invited for. Third, make sure you meet the residency requirement for New South Wales. So if you're in New South Wales, you can be invited and you must have lived in New South Wales for a period of 6 months. And there's different ways of demonstrating this. If you're offshore, you must have been offshore for a minimum of 6 months to be eligible as well. Now, it's also important to check how you compete for your occupation against other people. So for example, if you're a plumber, you might only need 65 or 70 points, which is the bare minimum that you need to be able to apply for an expression of interest. But if you're an accountant, for example, or chef where the competition's much higher, you might need 85, 90 or 100 points. Generally, accountants are not being invited anything less than 90. Right, so what's the New South Wales Skill List? It's a list of occupations that are in demand across the state, which New South Wales decides themselves based on industry consultations. Your occupation has to fall within one of these high priority areas to be eligible. So if your job is on that list, you're one step closer. The second step is submitting your expression of interest on Skill Select. So this is how New South Wales will see you, but hold up. Make sure all your claims are backed up with the valid documentation. You don't need to attach the documentation with the EOI, right? But you must make sure all the information provided is correct and up to date because that's how New South Wales assesses you. So when we take on clients, we make sure that any documents used are valid. We put down a reminder if anything is expiring to make sure we can get the new document updated and provided to them in time. For example, if your professional year is expiring, that's it. You can't claim the professional year points after it's expired. So you need to keep track of these things and make sure you update the expression of interest accordingly. You can always go back and update, and that's another key point. Now, the third step, waiting for an invitation. Invitations can happen anytime throughout the year. We don't really know when they're going to happen, but it's important to try and get your skill assessment done and lodge the expression of interest as soon as possible. Continue trying to gain extra points during that time that you're waiting. Update the expression of interest and hopefully you get invited. Now, at the same time, some clients decide to pursue plan Bs, so that could be employer sponsorship or anything else while they're waiting for an invitation as well. Be prepared. There is a high demand for New South Wales nomination, so the competition is very high because everyone wants to live in Sydney, right? And it's one of the major states, it draws the most capital, it's the most developed. So if you are looking for an invitation for New South Wales, make sure you compete highly against your competition. If you're low on points or you don't compete that well, we do recommend moving to different states where your chances of invitation may be higher. Now, respond quickly if invited. You'll be given 14 days to provide the relevant documentation to the New South Wales authorities to check, and if everything looks good, they will issue the official invitation through Skills Select for your expression of interest. Then you go to your expression of interest on the Skills Select, accept it, and it'll take you to log into the IMI account where you can start filling out your visa application. Now, New South Wales Skill List, your key to success. Make sure that you meet the criteria for the occupation. Make sure you're claiming everything as per the skill assessment. Explore other pathways, as I mentioned, if you're not sure if you'll get invited or if you're low on points, but we always recommend trying to have a backup. And if you need any more migration tips, or if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to follow, subscribe, and keep us posted on the comments below if you have any questions.